Hello vinyl community, this is Randy back today with another video. Today I'm doing a contest entry. Contest entry for Todd Guy the Thrashing Zombie. Todd the Thrashing Zombie. Todd Guy the Thrashing Zombie. Todd has started this contest. He's having this contest. I just saw his video announcing the contest yesterday, I think, and yesterday was the 25th of June, Wednesday. Today's Thursday the 26th, and his contest is celebrating, well, I guess originally it was going to be celebrating 500 subscribers, but then he got more subscribers, so now he's celebrating 525 subscribers. So he's using that 525 number as sort of the theme for this contest. So there's only 3 prompts for it, revolving around the numbers 5, 2, and 5. So I'll tell you what those are when I'm showing the records. And contest is going to run through July the, I think he said July the 22nd, July the 20th, 22nd, something like that. And I will leave a link to his video announcing the contest in the description down there. And Todd is, I mean, he's mostly like a metal guy. He's one of those channels that I've watched. I've been watching him for years. I think he started about the same time I did, about 6 years ago. I rarely comment on his videos because I don't know anything about the bands he shows. He's mostly a metal guy. You know, for the most part, but you know, like everybody else in the VC, he listens to all kinds of stuff too. So, well, like for instance, for this contest announcement, I was maybe not surprised really, but I learned that 2 of his favorite artists are Eminem and the Cars. So yeah, I probably wouldn't have expected those from the records that he normally shows. So anyway, go over and check out his channel and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. So get started on this these prompts here. So the first one is to show 5 favorite. It could be your 5 favorite artists. It could be your 5 favorite artists from any genre or a mix of genres, or it could be your 5 favorite artists from one genre. So I've done videos before on some of my favorite, really all my favorite 5 artists who, I guess really my all-time top 5 are Beatles, Grateful Dead, Small Faces, Traffic, and who is that 5th one? Small Faces, Traffic. Well, anyway, there is a 5th one. And so I figured for this one, I would show you my top 5 indie rock bands. So the first one is Dr. Dog. Dr. Dog is a band from, I think they're from Philadelphia out there. They've been around for a long time. I've seen them a couple times. Indie rock is exactly how I would describe them. A little bit of a Beatles influence too. They have some really good vocal harmonies. This record's called Psychedelic Swamp. I think it's from about 2017 or something like that, 2016. It's beautiful green vinyl. Psychedelic Swamp. Another favorite indie rock band is Animal Collective. Animal Collective. They've also been around since early part of this century, around 2001, I think. Maybe it was when they did their first album. This one is called Isn't It Now? I think this is their most recent album as a band. They also release albums individually, just as their, under their own name. Well, the names they've taken for the band. Really cool. Orange vinyl. Animal Collective has a 2 record set. The other one's the same color. Let's Active. One of my favorite bands for sure. This record is one that I did a whole episode on of time-tested records. There's big plans for everybody. Let's Active is a band from North Carolina. Mitch Easter, the main guy in that band. I think they had about 3 albums in the early part of the 80s, or maybe throughout the 80s. Opal, another one of my favorite indie rock bands. Opal's a band from California featuring Dave Roback and Kendra Smith. I think they fall into the category of indie rock band. They're sort of a psychedelic band. I guess they fall into the Paisley Underground subcategory, but I'm going to call them indie rock. That was on early record Rough Trade record. So this was the European version of that record. I'm not sure what the American label was. Spinto Band. Another one of my favorite bands. I think I've done an episode on them too. This record's called Shy Pursuit. Great album cover. Look at that one for a while. So once again, I mean, I would describe this band as indie rock. I mean, I really couldn't think of another better term for them. Just really good pop music. Okay, so that was top 5 indie rock bands. My next prompt is bands the majority of people like, but I just couldn't get into them. So we're supposed to name 2. So it's 525 is the theme. So we're supposed to name 2 bands that majority of people like. So I'm going to say majority of people in the VC like them. But I've just never been able to get into them. So the 2 I'm going to say are The Smiths and Depeche Mode. I've just never really found anything to like about either one of those bands. So I know they're both extremely popular in the VC. And the third prompt is to name 5 people who were in more than one band for more than one album. So they need to have been in at least 2 bands, and while they were in those 2 bands, they need to have participated in making at least 2 albums for those bands. So the first person I'm going to choose is Alex Chilton. His last band, I think, was called Big Star. This is their second album, Radio City. There is, which one is that? I think Alex is the one who's pointing right there. Pretty sure about that. That was on Ardent Records. Ardent, A-R-D-E-N-T. Before he was in Big Star, Alex was in the Box Tops. Box Tops were like a pop band. I'm not even sure if they really played their own instruments or anything. Maybe, I guess they probably did, but they were like well produced and everything, and had professional songwriters. They had 2 huge big hit songs, Cry Like a Baby and The Letter. I've never really gotten any of their albums. I just picked this one up in the past year, and it turns out all the songs on here are really good. This is a really excellent album. So I'm not sure about the individual albums, but all the songs on all the individual albums. But this Greatest Hits album is fantastic. So the Box Tops tells their story there. Black vinyl for that one. Vinnie Appice. Vinnie Appice is a drummer for Cactus. Cactus was a band that started, I think, in the late 60s, early 70s. They were a hard and heavy band. This is a record they just made in 2024, which features Vinnie with 2 other original members of the band and a whole lot of guest artists. And for me, the big attraction on this one was Warren Haynes plays on one of the songs. A whole lot of guest artists on here, though. This is a really good album. And came with the words, really cool looking, sort of wine-colored vinyl, I suppose. Temple of Blues is the name of that record. Before he was in Cactus, he was in Vanilla Fudge. Vanilla Fudge. And here's Vinnie right here. One of the first really heavy bands, I think, in rock and roll. This is my favorite album by Vanilla Fudge. Vanilla Fudge, I did a video about them too. Yeah, fantastic band. Atco. Stephen McDonald. Stephen McDonald has played bass for the Melvins for at least a couple of albums. This is called Bad Mood Rising. The Melvins. That's on Black Vinyl. Amphetamine Reptile Records. Very cool looking label. Before he joined up with the Melvins, he was in a band with his brother. Is his brother's name Michael? Is it? I'm not sure what his brother's name is. Stephen McDonald. Oh, I thought it would tell me right here on the front. But anyway, this is a record. This is called, what is the name of this record? This is called Teen Babes from Monsanto. This came out in 1984 when they really were like teenagers. I suppose that's one of the original. This record also has two potential front covers. This strip here tells me that you can use either side as the front cover. So it was recorded in 84. And then they recorded 5 more songs for it in 2010 and re-released it on Merge Records. So on this record, they're doing a lot of cover songs. Cover songs is what this one is all about. So they do songs out here like Deuce, Kiss, that's Deuce, I guess, Citadel, the Rolling Stones song, Citadel, Dancing Queen. So, yeah. Teen Babes from Monsanto. Billy Joe Armstrong. Lead singer, lead guitarist, main songwriter for Green Day. But I think, oh, yeah, Green Day. This is their most recent album, Saviors, and this one came with lyrics and this poster. Poster on one side, lyrics on the other. A portrait of the band there. So, yep. Green Day, Saviors, that came on this pink vinyl. Saviors. And while he was playing with Green Day, he also played in Pinhead Gunpowder. So I think he also plays guitar and sings for Pinhead Gunpowder, but he doesn't write the songs. So Shoot the Moon is the name of this record. Comes with a lyric sheet. I think the drummer is the main guy for this band, and if I can find his name, I'll tell you what it is, but I can't find it right now. This is on this really cool, extremely cool. That is translucent blue. I don't know if you can really tell from this. There's no light shining through, but really cool looking vinyl for that one. And the very last one I have to show you is the Silver Skulls. Dave, what is Dave's last name? Dave Broflovsky is the guitarist, main songwriter for Silver Skulls. This is their second album, Mind Lines. Extremely cool cover on that one. Really awesome looking vinyl on that one too. Before the Silver Skulls, there's the insert for that one. Before the Silver Skulls, he was in Polvo. Math Rock Band. Math Rock Band from, I think they're from North Carolina, or I'm not really too sure where they're from. So that's it, Todd. There's my 525 entry. So congratulations on meeting the subscription milestone, and I guess going up and past that. So that's cool. This is a really interesting contest. Those are some cool prompts. So yeah, I'll leave a link to his channel announcement down there in the description. So check that out. And yeah, I guess that's it. So let me know what you think about these choices, and hope everybody's doing well. Thanks for watching.